بچه ها الان میشنوین؟ Okay, الان میشنوین. Can you hear me? I think everything should be okay now. Yes. If it's not working, I will explain you verbally. Good evening. Hey, خوبه. Okay. اومدم. Just I don't have the second screen, so once I explain something, I can see your chats. So let me finish explaining, then I will read your comments. So I will say it again. I was answering your questions, then I was explaining. The first question was تو خونه, توی خونه, or در خونه. Someone asked me which one is correct, and I said all of them are correct. These two are used in spoken Persian, tu or tuye, and this is more formal and written form. You can see in books, in literature. So dar khune. Another means an preposition. Let me check something. Let me check you. Hi Abby. Okay, please write me in comments whenever something doesn't work good, okay? And then the second was, someone asked me if I speak written Persian, people will understand me. And I said yes. It's not two different languages. If you speak written Persian like dar khane, you know, written form is khane. Dar khane, everybody can understand you. It's not something else. And the only differences are in pronunciation. For example, khune is spoken, khane is written. If you learn written, everybody can understand you completely. There's no problem. But if you want to communicate with people, if you want to be more fluent in Persian, so I recommend you to learn spoken Persian. But if your goal is to read and write in Persian, read the literature, so you have to learn written form besides the spoken form. And this was an example. I said من در خانه هستم. This is the written form, and it's completely clear. And من تو خونم is the spoken form. You can choose and use which one that you want, so everybody can understand you. And the third was سلام یا درود. کدوم درسته؟ هر دو درسته. Both are correct. Salam is Arabic. It is a loan word from Arabic. And durud is the Persian style of saying hi. And there's no difference. You can choose between salam and durud. Some Persians say that please say durud, don't say salam. Salam is Arabic, durud is Persian. But actually, is it O sounds or U sound? I will let you know, okay? Some people say you have to say durud because durud is Persian, salam is Arabic. But salam is more common in a spoken Persian, in daily conversation. So you can use salam or durud together. Salam or durud. I think this one is more beautiful. Is it O sound or U sound? This is U sound. To with O sound is like you. To, man, to. It's a pronoun. To with U sound is a preposition, means in. تو خونه, تو کلاس, تو تهران, تو ایران. Okay. So as to is like with O sound is you. You know, I mixed up keyboards once I want to learn Farsi and English. To is in. This is you. And this is in. And also sometimes you say tuye, like here, tuye. Same, no difference. خب. And the next was why it is sometimes khubid and sometimes khubin. They say why. Sometimes you say khubin and khubid. Which one? Both are correct. Both are used in spoken Persian. But khubin is more informal. Usually it turns de into n and we say khubin. But it's a polite way to ask how are you, and means khub hastid, a short form of hastid. It's kind of polite way to say khub hastid. We say khubin, short form. Usually it turns the last de into n, and the same meaning, same usage, no difference. Means how are you. And in two different situations, for a plural, you are meeting two or more of your friends and you say salam khubin, or you meet someone who is older than you and you want to respect them and you are in a formal situation, so you say khubid. And the our proverbs با تشکر خواهش میکنم. Are proverbs important in spoken Persian? Yes, really. You know, we have a playlist that I talk about proverbs and their usage and their stories. They are very common. I don't know about your language and Persian. I myself use proverbs once or two times in a day when I want to speak. It's kind of a part of a daily life. And once I share a proverb with you in the podcast, I let you know that are these common or not very popular, because some proverbs are not so popular, and old people or people who have higher education in literature, they may use it or know the meanings, but some proverbs are really common. They are really common, like آش نخورده و دهن سوخته, and we use it in everyday speaking, and that's it. تفاوت بین است و می باشد. Today we want to talk about the verb to be, hastan and budan. When I finish the questions, then I talk about it. Actually, but to tell you in shorts, they are the same. مثلا این خوب می باشد or این خوب است. But است is more common and accurate. It's more correct to say است. And you see می باشد more in a formal and text in books. خب. And the last one, how to say I have a headache. How to say I have a headache. Very easy. Now I'm give you a structure. Head is sar, but you have to say I, so you say saram, yani my head. درد میکنه. درد میکنه is fixed, and you don't change it. Now let's see in other sentences. مثلا دست, hand, دستم درد میکنه. خب دل stomach دلم درد میکنه. You see, it's fixed. Or like if I want to talk about you, مثلا do you have a headache? میگم سرت. This T refers to you, your head. سرت درد میکنه. Do you have a headache? You see, درد میکنه is fixed. You just use a part of body, سر، دست، پا، دل, and then you add attach possessive pronoun that am shows for my. Yes, merci, you say you wrote correctly. سرم درد میکنه. My head, سرم, my head, سرت, your head. Or for example, why is he okay? What happened? And then you say سرش درد میکنه. یعنی he has a headache. And that's it. The questions are finished. I answer, I have a pain in my heart. Yes. Exactly. It can be the English word by word kind of translation. I have a pain in my heart. Yes. And the questions are finished. If you have YouTube projects, your image like selfie video in lower right corner, it hides the things you are typing. Sorry Mike, thanks for letting me know. Okay, I will keep it in my mind. So I think here is the can you see these two? سرت درد میکنه, سرش درد میکنه. سلام اسد جان, شما خوبین؟ Please explain how to use مگه میشه in which son. مگه and مگه میشه. Yes, I will write it. مگه means is it possible? مگه میشه. Is it possible? مگه میشه. He said right at the top of the مگه میشه. یعنی is it possible? And مگه in written form is مگر. Okay. And in spoken is مگه. Both the same, but this is a spoken. They use in the conditional sentences. So, and today I want, and this is a very important subject and very useful and common subject, but let me talk about مگه and مگر in the next week live video, okay? Because I want to explain it in details. I will write it down. And same, اگر and اگه are same meaning if, but اگه spoken. And let me tell you something. Once I write in the post in the community section of the YouTube channel, when I inform you that tomorrow we have a live video, I will let you about the subject, and then just like today, at the beginning of the session, I answer your questions. So please write your questions in the comments. Also, you can send in Instagram directs and or email me or WhatsApp me, okay? But if you write them in the comments, I will write them down before starting the lesson. I will answer all of your questions. Next live session is usually at Saturdays at 8 p.m. Iran time. And I write the different time zones in the community post. But you know that sometimes internet connection doesn't get along well with me. So maybe if something happens, I can't go live. But I try my best to stay live, to be live on Saturdays 8 p.m. Iran time. خب. Let's start the verb hastan and budan. خب once I add my second screen, so I can have a complete window for a chat and a whole window for the Word. Sorry for some inconvenience. Now I don't have the second screen, so I have to put your chats beside the Word document. That's why maybe something happened. Please let me know if my picture covers the writings. So hastan and budan, these two, what's the difference? Same. Hastan is the infinitive of the verb to be for present tense, and budan is for the past tense. So when someone talk about hastan or budan, they are same verb and they mean to be. I like to be verbs in English. To be. So same verb. مصدر is infinitive. این مصدر برای زمان حال به کار میره. یعنی we use this infinitive for the present tense. The verb هستن. آیا هست بن مضارع بودن نیست؟ And same, yes. مضارع and حال are the same. But مضارع is an Arabic word. So when I say حال, I mean مضارع. Okay, same word. آیا هست بن مضارع بودن نیست؟ نه. چرا؟ آره. Sorry, I mixed it up. But it's kind of irregular verb. So you have to use hast. We in Persian in Persian we say ریشه حال. Okay, ریشه. Bun or ریشه are the same. Means stem, root. Hal and muzare is same, means present. Present the stem. Have you ever watched the common Persian verbs? In common Persian verbs videos, I show you past stem and present stem. Present stem is rishe hal or bone muzare. Yes, here hast is bone muzare. Now, how to conjugate it? You have to put the ریشه حال بن مضارع present stem plus شناسه. شناسه is ending, verb ending. With شناسه you will understand that who are we talking about. Like hastam, am is شناسه for am, I am. That's why in Persian we can omit pronouns. Like we can say man hastam. You can omit man and only say hastam. This is the reason. Because we have verb endings. And in the verb ending, you will know that which person we are talking about. You ask, what is more useful in a spoken? مراقب باش or مواظب باش. Both are common. Taylor, both are common. مراقب باش, of course I think you misspelled مراقب, not مواقب. مراقب باش or مواظب باش, both are common. Means be careful. خب, let's continue and let's conjugate it in حال ساده, simple present tense of the verb هستم, هستی, hast or asked. The third singular person doesn't have any verb ending, doesn't have any شناسه. And then هستیم, هستید, هستند. And again in spoken Persian we usually turns de into n and we say هستین. Like خوبین. Someone asked me خوبین or خوبید, which one? And I said خوبین used in spoken Persian. That's why sometimes you can hear hastin. This is the same of hastid. And sometimes in spoken Persian we omit the last de in hastand and we say hastan. And the pronunciation is the same as the infinitive hastan. They are. And you know, hast or asked in a spoken Persian turns into a. only the a sound. مثلا خوبه دیگه کتابه میزه means it's a book, it's a table. Now let's see the نکته. نکته means a notice, something important, pay attention. صورت سوم شخص مفرد یعنی the third singular person of the verb hastan to be معمولاً به شکل است به کار میره یعنی usually the third singular person is asked, not hast. Okay? But in some cases در مواردی که قصد تأکید داشته باشیم از هست استفاده می کنیم. When we want to emphasis on something. In some cases when you want to emphasis on something you use hast instead of asked. But usually we use asked. And in a spoken Persian we use a. Okay. Let's see an example to maybe you will understand it better. خواهر is sister. خواهر says to his brother مادر ناراحت است. Okay, است is a very common way to say است instead of hast. یعنی mother is sad. Mom is sad. Okay. و برادر brother. He said نه no اینطور نیست. She isn't. اینطور نیست. اینطور نیست in word by word is it is not like that. But it means no she isn't. And sister wants to say no she is. She wants to emphasis on it. So that's why she said چرا هست. Here she never said چرا است. I did mean مراقب باش. خیلی ممنون. Anytime. خواهش میکنم. خب. You can and also گاهی. But knees means ham and also. And knees is also a formal way to say ham means same also. گاهی نیز با توجه به بافت context یعنی according to the context و راحتی تلفظ ease of pronunciation به هست تبدیل می شود. And sometimes you don't want to emphasize on something, you just want to talk about something. But for the ease of pronunciation in the context, you use hast instead of asked. Look at this example. بریم بالا. Okay, I remember. این خانه بزرگ است. زیبا هم هست. You know, I said ham. So if I say ham است, it's a bit difficult. So for the ease of pronunciation, I didn't say زیبا هم است. I said زیبا هم هست. هم هست. I didn't put any emphasis on that. But because of the context and the ease of pronunciation, I use hast. Overall, hast and has are the same. And in a spoken Persian, use a. Let's see that in a spoken Persian. این خونه بزرگه زیبا هم هست. خب تا اینجا سوالی ندارین؟ So far, any questions about these parts? The speeds of chats, I think they are in the slow mode. I have to make it faster. I receive comments really slowly. چی گفتی؟ گاهی sometimes. mean گاهی sometimes. گاهی نیز sometimes also با توجه به according to the above context و راحتی تلفظ and the ease of pronunciation asked turns into hast. خب let's move on. Now I want to talk about بودن. بودن is the past infinitive of to be. مصدر is infinitive. مصدر صورت گذشته هستن. Past infinitive of the verb بودن. So let's conjugate it. بودن. In the past tense, simple past. گذشته ساده. گذشته is past. چی گفتی؟ Is this correct? I am interested. معلم زیبا. I can see that. Let me see. علاقمند هستم. You know, there is an emoji of heart just in front of your word, so I can't read it. I send a message here. So, okay. علاقه. Is this correct for I am interested? معلم زیبا علاقمند میشم. I am interested یعنی علاقمند میشم یعنی I will become interested. You know, I wasn't, but you made me you make me to be interested in. Okay, but I am interested is علاقمند هستم. Now the verb شدن also is one of the useful and the most common verbs to make compound verbs, and very useful, and it is show about one of the usage is about changing the mood. For example, ناراحت میشم یعنی you make me sad. You make me sad. Okay, so when you say علاقمند میشم یعنی نبودم I wasn't but now I am. But I am interested is علاقمند هستم. من خودم فارسی یاد میگیرم. Yes, you learn it by you self-study. You do self-study Persian. خیلی خوبه. خیلی خوبه. آفرین. Toronto. Canada is one of the most favorite countries that I love to visit someday. خب Okay, let's back to the subject. خب گذشته ساده simple past for the verb بودن. So as I said, بودن and hastan are same, both are to be. Hastan is a present infinitive, بودن is the past infinitive. Now if you want to conjugate it in the past simple past tense, you need a past stem, بن ماضی or بن گذشته بود. And شناسه. So it is چی شد؟ Thank you, Jeffrey Taylor. I really appreciate it. That's nice of you. خب بودم بودی بود. بودین بودید بودند. So am e and the third singular person there is no ending, you only use the past stem. بودیم بودید بودند. And also in spoken Persian sometimes بودین instead of بودید بودین. And in spoken Persian, and here it says the third singular person in بودن and hastan شناسه نداره. There is no verb ending in the third singular person. So now let's see the negative form, how to make them negative. For simple present, you have to memorize it. Okay, you have to add ni. We remove he and we have nistam, nisti, nist, nistim, nistid, nistand. This means I am not, you are not, he is not, she is not, it is not, and we are not, you are not, and they are not. But for negative form, for the simple past is easier. You add na at the beginning of the simple past. Na budam, na بودی. نبود means I wasn't, you weren't, he wasn't. نبودیم، نبودید، نبودند. مرسی تیلر، قربونت. You know what is قربونت؟ شما لطف داری. شما لطف داری means that's nice of you. خب I think there's no question, right? Let's move on. I don't know how many people are watching because I don't have access to the details of the settings in YouTube. So I just move on and maybe you can watch it later once the stream has finished. قربونت. What did you say? قربونت برم. فدای تو. Same. خب the usage of the verb to be, hastan and budan. This is important and we want to make sentences, okay? The first one is معرفی کردن. معرفی کردن means introducing. Okay, بریم. I write a sentence, okay. نمونه means example. For example. تهنم مرسی. 10 نفر. Okay. Merci, Mike. خب, please, now, let's give an example, everybody who can. Let's practice, okay? And let's make some sentences with this usage. Okay? Don't just listen to me. Try to write it in English, in Farsi. The first, معرفی کردن means to introducing. خب, مثلا, من اصل هستم. من حمید هستم. You say name. خب. And then you can use it with your sin, age. مثلا من 27 ساله هستم. There are other ways to say sin. Also you can use sin with the verb to have, داشتن. مثلا من 27 سال دارم. This is one of the ways that you can use, you can say your age by the verb to be. If you are a Spanish speaker, you can use the verb داشتن. Tengo, you know. So this is both are common. If you are English speaker, so use with the verb to be, because in English we say I am 27 years old. But in Persian, both are common. خب الان 14. Thanks for informing. چی گفتی تیلر؟ فقط داشتم جیگرم. So you know جیگرم. خوب you speak very good. خیلی خوب بلدی تیلر. To practice, تمرین کردن. آره تمرین کنی. خب and you can use your nationality, ملیت. مثلا من ایرانی هستم. تو کجایی؟ هستی. خب and the date of birth, تاریخ تولد. Date of birth. من متولد سال okay, I use the Gregorian year. In Persian we use another calendar. 1984. Okay, hastan. And متولد is من متولده like I was born. خب and وضعیت تأهل. وضعیت تأهل it means are you single, married? مجرد is single. من مجرد هستم. I am single. Or if you want to say I'm married, okay, you say من متأهل هستم. من متأهل هستم. And also you can use your job, talking about your occupation. خب من معلم هستم. And at the end, when you want to giving your phone number, شماره is number, telephone, شماره تلفن. مثلا شماره تلفن من, in Persian we I will tell you how to read phone numbers. شماره تلفن من blah 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 asked. Or in spoken Persian شماره تلفن من 0912 blah 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 instead of asked. چی گفتین؟ Let me read yours. آها من سوریانش هستم، من 18 ساله هستم، من هندی هستم، من دانشجو هستم. Very good. And you can say are you married؟ من مجرد هستم or من متأهل هستم. And hey from Brazil. سلام. الان آلوس برزیلی هستی. تو برزیلی هستی. آلوس. Are you that Brazilian friend who has following me since 3 years ago? That Brazilian person? خب به دنیا آمدن. یاد گرفتم از شما یوتیوب. آها به دنیا آمدن to be born. آره دیگه به دنیا آمدن born یعنی من I was born in تهران. من در تهران به دنیا آمدم. خب now you practice introduce yourself here in comments say everything. اینجا داریم بذار اینجا like here من حمید هستم، من 27 ساله هستم، من ایرانی هستم. Use these samples. I hope it doesn't cover it. Can you see it? ممنون. Super thanks. سلام. You don't have to write you don't have to give the correct information. Just use imaginary sentences like this. These are not من حمید نیستم. Okay, Hamid is a male name. I use imaginary sentences. You can use the same. من ذوالفقار هستم. بله. Yes, Alves. And I think every culture, every countries are beautiful. I hope people could live as long as they can see any countries, learn about all of the languages, all of the cultures. And Brazil is famous for its fascinating beaches, everything. من مجردم. Yes, perfect. Suryash said man mujarradam. He used I hope you are a man. He used he used short form instead of mujarrad hastam. He said mujarradam. This is more common in spoken Persian, but because we are talking about grammar rules, I don't choose the short forms and the spoken forms because I wanted to learn the grammar. That's why everything here that I wrote is in written Persian. سلام از پاکستان. سلام. اسم جفری. خب از تورنتو. خیلی دوست دارم فارسی زبون و پرژن تاریخ. اینجا تورنتو بسیار ایرانی آره Iranian are and lots of Iranian are in Toronto and also in Vancouver. You can find it. So you can find Persian supermarkets, everything that you want to know, lawashak, any local breads, you can find it in Toronto. خب let me correct you, Jeffrey. اسم من جفریه. So you have to say اسم من یا اسمم. Okay. اسمم جفریه. از تورنتو هستم. You know, you don't have verbs in your sentences. I am from. از تورنتو am or هستم. خیلی دوست دارم فارسی زبونو. In Persian we use subject, object, verb. In English you say subject, verb, object, right? use subject, then verb, then object. But in Persian, verb comes at the end of the sentence. So you have to say خیلی زبان فارسی دوست دارم. و Persian تاریخ. And also in Persian we use adjective, we use noun then adjective, like تاریخ Persian یعنی تاریخ فارسی یا تاریخ ایرانی or Parsi. خب you have to first say تاریخ, and if you want to say مثلا خانه زیبا, a beautiful house, you say خانه then زیبا. And Spanish is the same. I don't know, is in Portuguese. In Portuguese is like same. You first say noun then adjective, right? من مایک هستم از هلند. You are Mick or Mike? Which one is the correct pronunciation? Mike or Mick? I think you are Mike. You need aleph. If you are Mike, you have to write like this. If you are Mike. مایک هستم از هلندم. اسمم وردس. تو گفتاری چجوری بگم؟ You can say اسمم وردس. اسمم ورده است is the written. وردس. وردس. No, there is no T and aleph. فارسی هندی بسیار شبیه هستن. آره. هندی و فارسی خیلی شبیه. Similar culture, similar words and lots of things. معذرت میخوام من زود می نویسم و من بیتاد میشم. ببخشید Taylor, I didn't understand you. You said I'm sorry. من زود می نویسم. You write quickly. می نویسم و من بی احتیاط میشه. بی احتیاط میشی. You're careless kind of. Okay. بی احتیاط میشم یا باشم. If you are generally a careless person who don't pay attention to anything, so you have to say من بی احتیاط. Okay, بی احتیاط هستم. If you are. Now the second usage of the verb to be is talking about features, characteristics. But if you are temporary, just for now, okay, now you are busy, you are typing so fast, and then you are not a careless person in your life, but at this moment. So you can say بی احتیاط شدم. زود می نویسم برای همین بی احتیاط شدم. فارسی و اردو شبیه تر از هندیه. فارسی و اردو has a similar writing system. That's why we are in Hindi. The writing system is a bit different, and you have to put some effort to write the writing system alphabet. Yes, but Farsi and Urdu use same writing system. But in Hindi, Urdu, Farsi, these three languages are completely, not completely, very similar. Turkiye then selam. I don't know how to read it. I thought you were wrote in Persian. What is it in Persian, Gol? آره فقط. Okay, Taylor. So you can say بی احتیاط شدم. Yes, بی احتیاط هستم means I am careless in my whole life, every day. I am a careless person. But بی احتیاط شدم temporary now. It has a reason that I am careless now. خب بریم به ویژگی بعدی. Next usage is بیان ویژگی. ویژگی is feature. That thing about بی احتیاط, I was talking about it. You're saying using a feature that is true for a person. It defined a person.